everyone, and welcome back. We got some comments from people that we wish to respond to. We got a message from Nati Snijo who was asking us which ensembles that do we use to weather forecast. So I see a lot of weather enthusiasts are starting to come in slowly. So we really appreciate the questions and the comments that you're sending through. So just to answer your question, Nati, we use our in-house models mostly, which is the unified model. We also use ECMWF. We also focus mostly on NCEP as well as GFS and WEFS models. So those models we compare to see which one is actually helping us a lot. We do kind of evaluate between the models to see which one is working better than the other ones. So we tend to fall more on that model, on those models rather than others. So yes, thank you very much for asking that question, Nati. Okay, so I'll just try and stay for another few minutes to answer any other weather-related questions that you may have. Okay, I see it's quite quiet now. Okay, so one thing I could actually start mentioning is the cold front that we currently have. That cold front did make landfall yesterday in the early hours of the morning. It is a very intense cold front that is supported by an upper air system. So that's why all of this weather is happening over the southern provinces. So we did get some good rainfall amounts. We did see some reports there in the Western Cape of some heavy rainfall. Also, snowfall is likely there over the high-lying areas of the Northern Cape and the Western Cape. One of our forecasters, Edward Engelbrecht, did also mention that slight snowfall is also possible there over the Northern Cape in those areas of Prieska. So that's something to look forward to for today. So that cold front is still over the southern parts of the country. It is slowly moving, but we are still expecting some rainfall in the Western Cape and the Eastern Cape for today. But it will start clearing on Friday going into Saturday, but temperatures will start recovering slowly on Sunday. So, okay, so Mike Irwin is asking, how is it looking for rain in Cape Town for the next few days? Okay, so Mike, as I mentioned, that cold front was over the Western Cape yesterday. There was an 80% chance of rainfall. Today, it also looks like an 80%, but we are slowly dropping it to a 60% from the afternoon going into the evening. So we are still expecting some showers and rain over your area for today and tomorrow, slowly clearing there on Friday evening going into Saturday. So for the next Saturday, Sunday, we're not expecting any rainfall for your area. Okay, so Natalie Marlowe wants to know how the weather looks like for the next 3 days. So you want an overview for the entire country. So, okay, again, that cold front, again, is still over the southern parts of the country. So it's mostly affecting the Western Cape and the Eastern Cape. So as that cold front slowly exits, we still have some showers and rain along the southern coastline for tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we're not expecting any rainfall, just partly cloudy conditions there over the eastern and southeastern coastline into the adjacent interior. Temperatures will still remain cool to warm, but it will be cold in places of the southern interior of the Northern Cape as well as the Western Cape. Okay, so Christo Broncost is asking if there's any snowfall. There were some reports of some rain, some snowfall over the southern interior of the Northern Cape, as well as the interior and the high-lying areas of the Western Cape. So as the system starts moving through for today, we are expecting some snowfall over the Drakensberg areas, as well as the extreme northeastern interior of the Eastern Cape. So it is those very small towns around the Lesotho border. So it's those areas of Elwell North, Berkeley East, Lady Grey, also moving into those very small towns of Montfrey, going to Matatiele and Kokstad. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, Paul is asking, is it going to rain anytime soon in Limpopo and Thohoyandou? So winter systems usually are mostly concentrated over the southern provinces. So most of the rainfall is mostly in the Western Cape, the Eastern Cape, and maybe parts of Free State and KwaZulu-Natal. So for Limpopo, it is really quiet during the autumn and the winter season. So for the next 7 days, we're not expecting any rainfall for those areas. But one thing you can note, especially over your area in Thohoyandou, it does tend to have some poor visibility there in mist and fog patches in the morning. So yeah, that's only the type of weather that you can expect for the next 2 to 3 months. Okay, so Susan is asking about Gauteng, specifically in Johannesburg. No rainfall again is expected for Johannesburg. In fact, for the entire Gauteng province for the next 3 to 5 days. But something to note is temperatures are going to be cold from today and tomorrow, due to that cold front just moving over the country. So tomorrow, I believe one of our forecasters did mention that Johannesburg will reach a maximum of only 13 tomorrow and a minimum of only 0. Then Angie is just mentioning there that it's still pouring in the northern suburbs of Cape Town. So thank you very much for that, Angie. Then Sylvia is asking, hi, weather forecast in Gauteng. Gauteng, no rainfall is expected for the next 3 to 5 days, but temperatures will be cold from tomorrow and Saturday, gradually increasing from Sunday, going back to the cool category. So the cool category is anything between 18 and 24 degrees. Okay, so Paul is asking, okay. Okay, so Niju is also mentioning that it's snowing in the Madrusberg Mountains. So that's good to know. Thank you. That means our forecast is on track. Thank you very much for that, Niju. Okay, Mbabalelo Maliake would like us to share pictures. And then, okay, so Cadell Ramdas is asking what systems are needed to bring snow to the KZN Midlands and how common are they in SA? So those systems that I mentioned earlier, which is the cold front and the cutoff low, depending on the intensity and the magnitude of that system, it may result in some snowfall because we need to look at a lot of factors. Mostly, are the temperatures below 10 degrees and is the freezing level according to the snow criteria. So we look at those weather systems, and those systems, depending on the intensity, again, that's where we can determine whether we can expect some snowfall. But the Midlands area, it's very unlikely. We usually have some snowfall there over the Drakensberg areas. The Midlands are too far north. I believe the Midlands are the areas of Vryheid and Newcastle. So yeah. So okay. Okay, good morning, Marlin. Morongwa is asking Polokwane weather. Polokwane weather, no rainfall is expected for the next 3 to 5 days. So it is quite dry there for you guys, but temperatures will still remain cool. That's anything between 18 and 24 degrees for the next 5 to 7 days. Okay, I'm going to take the last 2 questions and then, okay. Okay, I see Mariette Hubert is asking, how do you become a weather forecaster? This is a very common question that we do receive from a lot of students. To be a weather forecaster, the University of Pretoria is the only institution that provides weather forecasting. So it provides a BSc degree in meteorology where you have to do the forecast, the degree first, the honors, and then the South African Weather Service has to give you an internship for about 10 months to train you to be a qualified meteorologist. So yeah, that's about a 5 to 6 year study plan. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Mariette. Okay. Okay, so Paul is asking the weather in the Free State for the weekend. So for there, we're not expecting any rainfall, but as this cold front starts moving over the country, we're going to expect a very significant drop in the minimum temperatures overnight into the early hours of the morning. So something to note is that in places of the Free State Province, temperatures will be in the single digits, the minimum temperatures that is. Some will even be in the negatives, which means that frost is definitely possible there in the morning, but from the afternoon, temperatures will still remain cool. Okay, I promised that was the last question. Okay, so Righty Govender is asking, I understand that KZN experiences most of its rainfall in summer. However, is there any rain expected soon? So with this cold front slowly moving through, we are expecting some rainfall there. I believe, Hloni, that's today and tomorrow. So, but it's only a very small chance at this stage. It's only just showers and rain over the southern parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Yeah. So thank you very much. That's the end of my session. Thank you very much for tuning in again. See you next time. Cheers.